Window installation day.
But you already know that inside you're not going to go below this board.
I don't know that.
Okay. We don't want to go below that. It's kind of above it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So we want.
So we want to. Should we just put it in here first? Should we cut this hole first?
Go ahead and take those screws out from the outside,
Yeah.
and that'll kind of like
See.
let you know where you are. Another thing you could do for visual, but we don't want to mess with this. And these are the screws that those are the same screws.
No. I think we should cut it this hole first then.
Lord have mercy.
Yes.
Whose idea was this anyways?
Online they just like pop it in there. Usually what happens is when I watch the video, right about here the video cuts and then the next scene is it's in. Window installed. I can shift it up and take out these two and then I can put it in between these.
Yes.
All right, that's the plan. Those two are coming out. I can't see anything. All right, perfect. Good, I'll stand right in the way of that. A better view. There we go. And then this is the template. So ours came with a little like template thing, which I think was just something, that's not center. That's not the center of that whatsoever. What the hell is going on? Bruh. The center's, anyway. I just say screw it.
Okay, now hang on. Okay, yes.
So that's the center.
Because I
not
could
that.
see you going back to the other
Well,
one.
I would have immediately drilled a big hole
I
right
know.
through there.
I know. Take your two screws out.
Well, now I gotta go find that bit. Give me a second. Oh, these are just little things.
Yeah.
Checking those on. Well, some of them are thicker and longer and bigger when they push through.
Curious though, if we do it from the inside to have it centered between this board, between essentially the two trims inside.
That's what I was thinking. Chad, listen.
But how are we gonna know where that lines up outside?
The window, I'm gonna take a
From
drill.
the window to the wall.
Exactly. I'm gonna take a drill bit that's super long
Yes.
and drill straight through,
I know.
and it's gonna pop out.
I know.
But ideally, we also would like it centered on the stud outside.
Yeah. So how you gonna do that?
Well, we can take a measurement from the top down and then the top down on the other side.
But are all the tops? Is the top inside the same as the top outside?
No, you got to find the seam and have a reference point on both sides. Hang on, let's see. So, like this right here.
Yeah, but
Is
that's in between these two.
this is
Isn't
okay? I believe it is.
Yeah.
Well, then we can go from the actual
What if
ceiling.
you just knock and I listen?
That's
What
how
if
they
we
do
take
it.
these out?
We can take them out. All right, hang on. See, look at that. And speed run.
We're gonna have to find a broom and dustpan inside, or at least a broom, because I'm gonna be sweeping this thing out every day.
Okay.
Oops.
Good job, honey. You did that so fast. Well, how about this? Can I figure out where the thing
Well,
is
so
over
tell
here?
you to tap.
Well, I have a stud finder. Let's go see if these stud finders. I've never used my stud finder to find metal studs. I think it says that it's supposed to be able to.
Done. Center. Right here.
Yeah.
On the inside, what's that gonna look like?
Well, hang on. See, I think there's more than one thing. Will you hold this?
Yes.
So I think there's a stud there, but that's the outside stud. And then we can't go by the screws here. I don't know what they're screwing into. But it seems to be that like that one is screwed in. But I don't know how much stuff is in between here.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're pretty sure we're looking for this stud. About 32 inches. And what we want to take out of, well, look at that. That says 34, but how much trim is right there that I didn't do?
Well, you measured it from this trim piece that's actually like coming out a little bit past this. Didn't you measure it from this trim piece, or did you measure it from the inside?
No, I did. So from here, that's 34 1/4.
This goes out like
A little bit.
an 1/8 of an inch more.
What did I say? 34
1/4.
1/4. So
So
34.
3/8.
So it's like right here. Roughly. Also, I wonder if those are, hang on, are these even screwed into anything out here?
Well, I don't know. Where's the center? Tap the center. I made a circle.
Yeah. And that's like 10 inches down from that seam up there. But that seam is definitely
This is
that seam. The seam that is
Okay.
10 inches down from the
Okay.
seam.
Oh, is that tape?
This is it's probably beetling-ish type something.
Okay.
So 10 inches. So that's the center outside.
Okay. Well, and we do.
The problem is,
It's not centered here, but that's okay. As long as it's not touching the bottom. I'm okay with that. Because on the outside, we want it to, we want it to be between those two screws, right?
yes.
Okay. So my thought is,
We're thinking.
okay. Essentially, we're looking from here to here. That's fine. My thought is just go ahead and screw the center of that out there.
And just see where it lands.
Yes.
Bro, did you know Holly just started running through the thing when she saw me pulling up?
Oh, she did such a good job. We're making a how-to video on how not to install windows on your trailer.
Did you see?
All right, here we go.
Okay. Wait.
Are we all ready? Ready
Go.
already?
Go.
Hang on, what's my setting on? There we go. What in the world am I screwing into?
Okay.
Oh, so there's a stud right there.
I just stepped in gum.
What is happening? Who put gum there?
I don't know. Kylie, did you just put out gum? No. Right. What can I put on the gum? Can I put this on the gum?
Yes. See, this is my thing. There's no piece of metal right there that those were screwed into, but there's a piece of metal right exactly where I'm screwing.
Well, you got to cut the whole thing out anyways.
I know, but I don't understand why there isn't a stud running like this.
I don't know. But you're going to have to like figure out how to cut through that metal.
Well, I know how to cut through the metal big ways. It's the little ways.
But if you move your center up and down, I'm afraid you're going to be in another.
I'm not going to move my center up and down. I'm wondering if I need to notice this is the center that we want and go to the side. I'm cutting out. Look, if this is the center, I'm 7 inches that way and 7 inches this way, which means if I poke holes all over the place,
You're cutting that out.
I'm cutting out anyway.
Yes. I was trying to just get you the center in there though so that you could mark it.
I understand.
Inside.
I understand.
But I know what you're saying. And there's a hole.
Okay, so we have a hole all the way through. So I'm gonna start snipping, see what's going on here, because I don't understand, why don't I see the metal right there?
Because they drilled a hole in it.
No, they did a.
They already drilled the hole.
Oh, they had the self tap. I'm so impossible. The self tapper did that through the stud. That's why I don't see any metal right there. That's why you don't see any metal, kids. The self tapping screw already took all the metal out, or actually probably pushed it in and down. Anyway, I just need to get through that. We got a bit of bits. There we go. Now we gotta stiff it up. You gotta be kidding me. Why did it stopped recording for some reason? I don't know where it cut off. It may have got too hot, but we found the center of where we want the window, and then we traced around that. So now I'm going to cut this out, and apparently the GoPro is just going to stop whenever it feels like it. Or I didn't hit record, but no, I paused it and then I came back. And anyway, about to cut all this out. Here we go. All right, do I go jigsaw? Oh, well, shoot. Shorter jigsaw blade. That's going to hit every time on the back end there, which I know I'm going to cut out, but if I get it at an angle, I don't know. I'd rather just not do that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. Anyway, I don't know what I'm going to use to cut this out yet, because my jigsaw keeps hitting the outside wall, which will throw me off, and then the other couple tools that I have are not behaving like they should. You see, chat, since redoing a trailer to be a camper wasn't enough projects for us, we also are flipping some furniture, because why not? But look, we have updates, and I apologize already for not getting it on film, but I did get the first one cut out.
What's this?
Well, that's what I was going to show chat, which is a wire, which probably goes like to that, and then yeah, there's a few things.
Okay.
But I'm glad that I didn't get into the.
Is that your center?
No, it is not my center. That's my center.
Okay.
That was my
Oh, your other one, your
other.
test.
That was my
Okay.
test.
Okay.
Yes. But what I was gonna say is, I'm glad I didn't get to run the regular jigsaw around here, because it would have caught this and it would have ripped it out. I don't know what this wire is to. I do know the wiring for the trailer itself connects that to this light up here, and one of the bulbs went out or something, and so when I connected that one went out, I replaced it, and then once that was replaced, this was able to turn back on. So it's all kind of interconnected. Ideally, you take all these things off and then you know exactly what you're doing and you put insulation in. And this is, holy freaking crap, this is some manly stuff right here. Yeah, this is I don't know, 3 millimeter, 4 millimeter thick steel. That's got to go next. And then all the fun that we're having over here, we're going to do the same amount of fun approximately here. So it'll be kind of like a corner to corner drafting this. I did get that installed, which I need to get some sort of plug just to, like, you know, fill that hole in. Need to do that. What else? Yeah, here's the outside. I got silicone everywhere, so it's not going to leak. No water's going to get inside of it, but, you know, just to make it look prettier. So the next thing I'm going to do, I guess, is try and figure out how to cut this metal on the outside. Cut this out. repositioning. Y'all see what's happening here? Hold tight, chat. This pile of shit. That's impossible. There. Now I can grab hold to it. Whew. The next small step in getting everything done is I got a length of wire here and then a couple of these little connector things, and then that wire that was going down right here, you know, obviously I'm gonna splice into this side and extend it so it can go behind the window. So I immediately came up and snipped it, and it dropped down in here, and so it's way down there. So I'm going to spend the next forever fishing that wire out. Oh, and heaven's sakes. So I don't really want to take all this off because there's this sealant, and I don't really have that same, I don't know what type of sealant that is. I don't have any more of it. I guess I could just use whatever I have, but all I really have is like silicone, and I guess it'd be fine. I don't know. I don't want to scrape all that off. Anyway, I'll probably spend about 5 hours trying to fish it out, and then I'll spend about 20 minutes taking all these screws off and scraping all that off and just grabbing it. So I'll be back after that's all done.